welcome to episode 50.
Why did you say that so slow? Welcome,
Because
ladies and
here we
gentlemen,
go. No, let's
to
do it
your
again.
featured film. No, we're keeping
That's
this
what
in.
it's like. No.
We're keeping it in.
No,
it's
it's a
in.
blooper.
It's in.
It's a blooper.
Nope, it's in.
All right,
Welcome,
it's in it.
ladies and gentlemen, to your featured film of this Monday morning, the Cards.
Monday morning
and
Cards and Cartridges podcast with your hosts,
podcast.
OG Retro and Koozie Retro Games. Guys, we're back after a long hiatus. With no hearing from us, with no signals, no SOS, with no smoke up in the air, no Batman Gotham sign in the sky. You didn't hear from us, but we're back. And you know what? You can see us.
Hey,
if you're watching us on YouTube, you can actually see our faces. And who knows? Maybe we'll put in some other visuals, but it's probably just going to be our faces for this first episode.
and if this gets big enough, we might be coming to a local theater near you to record an episode in person.
Who knows? But guys, thank you again. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been listening to us since episode 1, welcome back. And if you haven't been listening to us from episode 1, you have 49 episodes before this to catch up on. They're dope. Available wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember that. You can watch us pretty much anywhere. So if you or listen to us and watch us on YouTube. So cool shit. We have a myriad of topics, some suggested by us, some suggested by y'all. If you don't already follow us, OG Retro, Koozie Retro Games, that's where you can suggest topics, as well as the Cars and Cartridges podcast on Instagram. We'll look there, but we're active. I mean, I'm active mostly on my main account, but anyways, y'all know where to find us. The topics today, as always, we have a be on the lookout for. So at the start of every episode, we hit you with something you should be looking out for. And then we got 4 or so other topics. We're talking about pricing during the summer, how video game prices and the market is affected during summertime, and what that hot weather does for the market. We're also going to be talking about how inflation has affected collectors and resellers in the video game market as well. Inflation is killing everyone, but specifically, how is it affecting video games? Couple more. We got the do's and don'ts when it comes to like going on Facebook Marketplace deals, yard sale deals. That was suggested by Retro Gameski. Shout out the boy. We'll also be talking about remakes we want to see from the Cube, Xbox, and PS2 era. I know we've talked about remakes before, but with the Resident Evil 4 remake coming out, I think it's appropriate to talk about that again. And lastly, we'll touch very briefly on the Pokemon card market. Just kind of quick update. Everyone kind of knows what's going on, but so it'll be short. That one will be nice and syncopated, if you will.
Syncopated.
We're hitting you with all the vocab today on this Tuesday. What are we? I just said Tuesday. It is nowhere near Tuesday.
Gotta work tomorrow.
It's Sunday, and this podcast is coming out Monday. Don't know why I said Tuesday. I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. We're back. It's different. Here we go. Chris, what do you have to say about the Bolo? Hit us.
I do. So I'm gonna pull up a picture. But the Nintendo NES ROB, the Rob the Robot for the Nintendo NES. There is 2 ways you could get this, I believe. They came in a deluxe set where it came with the system and Rob, and I believe a copy of Gyromite. You could also buy the Rob on its own, which, oh my God, the Rob on its own, the box is awesome. I want that in my collection so bad. But it's something to keep an eye out for. It's a smaller video game accessory, but it can have a ton of value. I recently picked up at a garage sale. Guy was like, I got a Rob the Robot for the Nintendo NES. What do you want? Like $50 for it? I was like, we take 30. He's like, no, only 50. He goes, I can get more money on eBay, but I'm 40 and I don't know how to use eBay. So
that's embarrassing, but true.
We'll get into that when you're talking to people at the sales. But this one came with everything. It had you got to look for the battery cover. It has a separate motor. It's got its hands. It's got some arm attachments, spindles. It's got visors where if Rob is not getting a good signal to your CRT TV, you put little like sunglasses on him so he can pick up the signal better. That whole bundle, working, all that stuff can go for like $275 to $300.
Wow.
It's a nice bundle. And even just I sold my base Rob to a good buddy, Luke Zodis on Instagram for
Shout out.
like $130. He had a good deal on. I'm happy he got it, but it's something that people may pass up on because they may not know what it is. So look out what it is, be on the lookout, and you can make some good money or just have a badass piece for your collection.
I've actually never found a Rob in the wild, as we talk
No,
about, so to
the
speak.
one, the extra one I had in my collection, I traded a buddy for, and then
Mhm.
this is the only one I've ever found in the quote unquote in the wild.
Yeah.
So, and they're sweet. I like sitting on my shelf with all its pieces, and it's dope.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Well, look out for them, guys. I hope I find one day, truthfully. And that can kind of lead us into our next topic because it's yard sale season. I don't know if you guys are getting out. I truthfully haven't been to one yet. I've been so busy moving, but hopefully next weekend I'm gonna try and hit a couple at least. But that means it's the summertime, and what does that do for pricing in terms of the market, in terms of video games, and what does it mean? What does it mean for pricing? Is it up? Is it down?
It just in my experience, and I say this every year, it's down. Like it's mostly affected by your common games, your Mario Karts, your Zelda, Smash, things that more common games. Because with yard sales, there is every reseller and their brother getting out there looking for video games. The more people out looking for stuff, the more that's going to be found, the more supply there is out there. And everybody's undercutting each other by a 50 cents a buck to get their quick sale on eBay. But when 100 people are undercutting each other by 50 cents a buck,
Yeah, the
but then
price kinda
stuff can't
drops
keep up
fast.
with it, stuff does drop.
Yeah, it's a good point. You never really think about that, like the under. I truthfully, I mean, obviously it makes sense. I've never thought about it that specifically, like how I've thought about the supply thing, right? Like obviously
Yes.
supply is increasing during the summer, but I didn't even think about how that translates to people undercutting and undercutting and undercutting. So it's kind of like a double double. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because
And you,
even the price would naturally drop if things were just sitting, right? If things were just sitting, people would lower the price so they would
yes.
sell. But them automatically at the start, just undercutting to sell it faster kind of accelerates the process of these things losing value. I think.
I
I have literally failed econ. That was the only class I've ever failed. I've probably said this on the podcast before. Only
yeah,
class I've ever failed, and I've failed it 3 times. So
but I would agree because
what
even
do I
like
know?
your margins are also typically your margins are also larger, so you're okay with undercutting. If you got to undercut it the next guy by $1 on a $20 game, okay,
Right.
because you paid 50 cents at a garage sale, per
Right.
instance.
Right. So then
So
the prices drop even more if your costs are low, I guess. So you're
yeah,
saying?
and I would even so I mean you're okay with taking selling it for less because you paid so little to get the quick cash. I know I do it when I'm
Right.
trying to resell stuff that I find at a garage sale. I want it gone, get it out, get more cash in my pocket, on to the next deal.
Yeah.
But even like, and then even from a demand standpoint, I see less demand in the summer. People are outside, people are doing stuff, people
Right.
aren't cooped up in their houses trying to play video games like they are when COVID hit. That was
Like a
a
sweaty
rare occurrence.
nerds.
Or I guess sweaty nerds, or in the winter when people are cooped up wanting to play Mario Kart and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So general trend seems to be down. And I think it's also, I mean, this segues perfectly to another topic we have. It compounds greatly with the fact that inflation in real life, this isn't like a video game thing. In real life, people is at an all-time high of like 8 point something percent. And Rodrigo Rivera, I believe, asked the question. Rodrigo Rivera 2594 on Instagram, shout out, longtime follower. And how has that affected collectors, resellers in the video game market? And it just, like I said, it compounds greatly with this already downtrend in prices. You have people not needing to spend, not actually being able to afford to spend money on luxuries like video games.
Yes.
And I just thought there was lightning, and that's the Earthbound behind. I'm such a bot. I was like, what the hell? It's Earthbound behind me. But people don't have the money right now to be spending on video games and cards. And that is just life, you know. Video games are a luxury, and
Yes,
it's not a need. So when times
I'll
are a
say
little
it right now.
tougher,
I
it's
hate.
probably go for it.
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead. I was gonna say I hate selling very expensive games. It
Yeah,
is so difficult to sell a very expensive game. And my buddy Jake, who from high school, also a reseller, he buys and sells games, collects just like me. And posting in Facebook, or he just Facebook groups mainly, and it's tough. Like people don't have the money right now due to just the economic world to
yeah,
afford these luxuries. Like the guy was like, "Hey, I'll take these games. Cool. Hey, I'll pay you. I'll pay tomorrow. I gotta finish up work. I'll pay tomorrow. Okay, whatever." Message tomorrow. Hey, can you like go ahead and pay? I want to get these shipped out. He goes, "Dude, unable to pay. Just got bad news. The economy is going to shit. I can't buy these."
yeah,
I was like, that was known, but
yeah.
it just people are
Right.
in their pen. The people got to fill their gas tanks.
Yeah. It's tough. And you know, we both sell games, so we feel it in that way because
Yes.
we're on both. I'm not adding to my collection really, unless if I were to find something at a garage sale and I wanted to keep it, I might keep it, or maybe I would sell it for crazy profit. Who knows? But the point is, like, it is definitely affecting the video game market because the video game market is a luxury and not anywhere a need. Like,
Mm-mm.
I will say there is an argument to be made that entertainment and like some form of entertainment is a need, but
But hundreds of dollar NES games are not
exactly,
that.
exactly. And I only say that because, like, I think psychologically humans need, I don't know, fuck it. There's no need there. I can't make the argument. You don't need video games in a recession.
But then
Enjoy the
there's some
ones you
people who
have.
are like, yeah, enjoy the ones you have. But then some people are like, I want more games. And if you can
Right. And
afford
if
it,
you no, that's
more
the other
power to
thing.
you.
Right. And there are people that can obviously do this. And it's not like, yeah, to be fair too, where like gas is rising and milk and eggs and all that other shit is rising in price, Switch, PS4, PS5 games, they've all stayed that that same price. Our dollar is not as strong, but the price is still the same.
So you
It's kind
should
of just a
buy a
joke, but
PS5 game
yeah, because
versus
it outlasts
a gallon of
inflation.
milk.
Right, exactly. That's the
I'll
advice
tell
I
you
give to
what,
people.
Bush Light on sale today, $17.99. Couldn't beat it.
I
Couldn't
might
beat it.
actually have to start drinking that piss if no, I'm just kidding. That would never happen. That would literally never happen. We'd have to go through like an actual war. We would have to go through a war and
And you would have to
I
go
don't
through
know.
a war.
No. I would never go to war with you. I'm just saying, like, shit would have to go down in order for me to be drinking that kind of degenerate beer.
Foolishness. But
Anyways.
no, back on that. One more thing to say about that topic, though. You don't have to panic sell either. I don't want you to take this as like
Oh,
panic selling and getting your stuff
absolutely.
sold. It all comes down to
You
people's
never want
code.
to, and again, not financial advice, but you never want to sell when the market is down.
No.
That is some silly shit.
And we were even saying that the market's down, but like Mario Kart 64 dropping a couple bucks. Like you're not seeing Snow Brothers on NES go from a $300 game to a $150 game overnight. That's not happening. So it's collect smart, collect within your means, collect what you enjoy,
I
and
mean,
you'll be happy.
yeah. And I bet a lot of these games actually aren't even that
No,
down.
no. Like I said, I'm talking about the very common stuff: the Smash Bros. Brawl, the Mario Kart
Yeah.
Wii, the Mario Kart 64. That stuff's
And
down.
like the super
You're
high end
fine.
graded stuff is down because that market.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're finding that the more common stuff at garage sales they're out there, and but that middle like mid-tier,
Yeah.
non-graded,
Like
non-common games.
CIB games are right where
CIB
they've been.
Pokemon's up.
Yeah. Yeah. Or right where they've been for a while.
Yeah,
So,
but it's like we can. I mean, graded games are down.
oh yeah.
And it's like and they're tough sells too. They're down in price. They're tough sells. Can we? What do you think about the pop reports of games? Because people are like, this game has 18. People be like, I can't believe there's 18 or 20 9.8s of this game out there. That's crazy. But in my head, I think of it from a Pokemon card pop report that's been out for a while. If you had a PSA 10, compare a PSA 10 to a 9.8, if your PSA 10 was a pop 18, you'd be ecstatic.
Right.
So why are people pissed that their 9.8 is a pop 18? Do people just not understand? Do you agree with me?
I huh. I don't know. I well, here's the difference. Pokemon. That's it. That's
Yeah.
literally it.
Yeah.
I think the difference is Pokemon. Pokemon is something, it's the biggest IP to ever exist and probably will ever exist ever. And with that fact, a like a Charizard has value beyond a
The
Charizard.
cardboard it's printed on,
Yeah,
the
that's kind of
condition.
it. Yeah, it's like I don't think I don't think video games are as collected and as impressive and as desired and like
I
the
don't
list goes
know.
on and on. Dude,
I don't
there's
know.
simply not as many video game collectors as there are people who love Pokemon.
I
That's just the
love to see
bottom
some,
line.
but people who love Pokemon or people who collect Pokemon.
Both. Like they love it obviously collectors because that's what matters here, but just
I would
both
love to see some
comparisons.
data backed up on that. My thing
Dude,
is though, I'm
there's in
like I said,
terms of graded video games, there's just no way.
because it's such a new thing. When did
Well,
Pokemon
that
grading
right,
become a
that
thing? I think once we mature and you get into like holy that there
I
is
more
18 of
so
this,
agree.
you're gonna be ecstatic.
Right. I do agree. It's going to take time, like with anything. But I think the difference is Pokemon. I think and like baseball, for instance, or like football, and like I think more people are video games are huge, don't get me wrong, and wildly loved, like Super Mario World and you know
Yes.
that stuff. But I mean, I don't
We've been
know.
saying
I
it. I
don't
think
know.
it's still just so new. Like I got buddies who come over. I talk to people in the card community, and they both say the same thing. You can grade a video game.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
People don't know you can grade video games yet. They're not in the scene, but people know you can grade Pokemon cards.
Right.
I mean, I
Yeah.
picked up a lot the other day off a guy. Segue. Picked up a lot off a guy the other day, and he sold me a bunch of Saturn games. He goes, yeah, my son's got a bunch of Pokemon cards, and he sent him off to get like numbers on them or something like that.
Yeah.
So like he knew
So
like his
people
son was
know.
grading cards.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's I don't know. Well, you did just say segue. Let's move on. I think that was a good discussion. Segue into our next topic, Chris. Do's and don'ts, the says and says nots when it comes to yard ceilings, yard sailing, FB Marketplace deals. That's Facebook. You know the local deals. What do you say? What don't you say? And
I'm
I
gonna
know
start.
our opinions kind of differ here,
I'm gonna
or
start
at
off with
least a little bit.
I'm gonna start off with a story. This
I
just
love it.
happened yesterday,
Okay.
and it's kind of more like the how to handle yourself at a yard sale.
Mhm.
So Friday, yesterday when you guys are listening to this, my buddy Jake calls me and he's a delivery driver and he calls me, he goes, dude, I'm shaking, I'm freaking out. I go, why? It's 2:50 in the afternoon on a Friday. You didn't score at a garage sale. Yes, I did. I just bought 2 copies of Chrono Trigger sitting out. Um, Contra Alien Wars and Soul Blazer. I go, holy shit. He goes, they were just sitting on the table. I go, okay. And like, what'd you pay? He goes, weird. Both copies of Chrono Trigger were at $100 each, which is a good deal. High for garage sales, good deal. 2 copies of Chrono Trigger, $100 each. And then Soul Blazer was like 20, which is way underpriced, and Contra was like 30, which is a little underpriced. But so he buys all this stuff and he's freaking out. So fast forward to Saturday, I go to a garage sale, or I'm just kind of talking to a guy because I could see like pictures of his yard sale on Facebook, and I saw some games. I messaged him that night. I'm like, hey, I see some games, not knowing it was the sale that my buddy went to. Can you send me pictures? He goes, yeah, these are the games out, and here's some more I found in the house. I go, okay, how much are they? And he sends me, eBay's at 92. I can do 85. I can do 80. Like, he was like right at eBay prices. And I'm like, hey, listen, I can't do that. And then I kind of, when they know what they have and they have eBay prices, I just explain it to them. I'm like, hey, list them on eBay. You have to wait for them to sell. Then you got to pay shipping. Then you have to pay 13% in eBay fees. Then you have to pay 15.2% or whatever it is in income tax for the 1099 at the end of the year. Like, shit's going to add up. I go, I'll give you 40% of value for the stuff you just sent me. And he goes, okay, deal. We came to like $100 or whatever. I go, can I come tonight? No. Can I come in the morning? No holds. You're not holding it for me, whatever. Like, I'm coming before your sale. Fine. I wake up at 6:45, text him, hey, can I still come at 7:15? Sorry, people are blowing me up. I have higher offers. And I was like, I knew like I didn't want to pay more. And I was like, that's rude. We had a deal. I was like 6:45 in the morning. I was kind of being a dick. I just woke up and I was like, this is rude. I woke up early for this. We had a deal. I'm coming I was like, this is rude. We had a deal. Like, I was supposed to come before your sale. He goes, fine, you can come. Come now. Like, I'll be there in 15 minutes. I get there and I give him the money. I go, you got anything else? He goes, yeah, I got some more stuff, but I'm looking up. And then, so I knew he knew what he had. So then I went to, okay, I'm going to help this guy mode. So I read the situation. I go, I'm going to help this guy. So they start showing me these games he has priced. And he has like the classic NES series Metroid just loose on GBA for $75. And I go, he goes, is this a good price? And I was like, no, that's not a good price. He goes, I found this one website. And he pulls up this website. I go, oh, price charting. But he had no idea how to use it. I think he was looking up CIB or he was looking up the wrong systems. So I showed him how to use price charting. I made the deal for mine. Then I went through all his games with them, just helping him. And I was like, hey, this is what this goes for. Maybe market a little bit. I was explaining to him also, I go, you're not going to get these prices at a yard sale, but if somebody offers you, take them. So I went into help you mode. Yeah. And then, so he was more than happy I helped him. Yeah. So that was good. And he even texted me. He kept finding more stuff in his house. He goes, hey, I just found this in my house. I want to ask you first, are you interested? If not, what is a good price I should post it at? Yeah. So by me getting there and helping him price stuff out, he kept sending me stuff. Now he's got my number. So he's going to send me more
That's
stuff.
lit, dude.
But here's another part of it. When his son originally priced the games, he goes, yeah, some guy came up to my house yesterday and bought 2 copies of Chrono Trigger and he couldn't pick them up fast enough. And I was like, holy shit, that was my buddy. He was freaking out. And I go, yeah, I would have freaked out too. He goes, my son originally priced these games and he came out here with $100 each on these games. And I looked at him, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are these games like $100? And he's like, apparently they had value though, he found out.
Wow.
So that was my long-winded story on this topic, is to read the situation. Awesome. And I knew I was already getting a good deal on the stuff and I didn't want the other stuff because he wasn't budging on price, but then I went into help you mode. So now he's got my number and he's been texting me more stuff he finds in his house. He's finding Steel Jaguar games.
It's absurd. See, I don't know if I could do what you did in calling out his rudeness.
Oh yeah.
But at that point, I probably that's where I fold, I think. And maybe and I think it also, if you lived in New Jersey, I think it would be a little different because people are way ruder.
Wake up. Wait, hello, this is Chris, 6:54 a.m. for the Super Nintendo games. Still good to stop by at 7:15. I'm getting multiple offers. Can you come up to 125? No, sorry, I was at 100. Sorry, I can't come up to 115. Thanks anyways, and that's very rude. Had a time to meet for this stuff, and I was going to be on my way. Wasn't holding it if I was coming before the sale even opened. Thanks anyways. And he goes, I'll do the 100 because my wife made an agreement. Come on by. Came on by, gave him the $100, and I went into help you mode. I was like, mend the damages I did. Help you mode. Now I'm his contact for more games he finds.
You're bro. That's sick. That's sick. I can't say I do that. I just some of the do's are definitely okay. Number one, I am always courteous. Like I always play super nice.
So am I.
I always play super nice. And
but you got to be an aggressive nice.
I can't say, maybe I am fault in that, but I also have a lot of success. So I don't know. I always play super nice. And I also read the number one thing for me too is like, if you live in any sort of place on earth, I'm going to say. There's competition for video games in your
Yes.
area. So you have to be able to know what to offer price wise. Like one of my
Yes.
dues is like definitely if you need to offer a little bit above asking, do it. Like,
Yeah, it depends. Like if you're my thing is if you're at a garage sale and there's a bucket of games with
I'm
stab
no,
20
this
on it.
isn't garage selling. This isn't
Okay.
garage selling because at garage sale, it's right in front of you. It's more than likely you can just scoop that shit up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm
And
saying
offer
like a,
less.
yeah, even that, yeah, absolutely. At a garage sale, you can do some wild shit. You can pull some wild shit.
Yeah.
Like there are really no rules for like how low you can offer at a garage sale. Like to be fair, like you can if you're there and the games are in front of you, you can literally be like, can
Oh, I've
they're
got
price
so many rants in
if
my
they're
head right
priced at a
now.
dollar, if they're priced at a dollar each, you can take. Can I take them all and pay a quarter each?
7 for 5 or something like
Yeah,
that
yeah, do
even.
some crazy shit. But I'm saying like Facebook Marketplace. If you're on
Okay.
Facebook Marketplace and you see a lot posted for, $100 and it's a GameCube, like six sick, like awesome games, in your mind you're seeing like 350 to $400 worth of value easily.
Yeah.
Um, and it's listed for $100. I personally like right away if I can't, well, I don't say right away. At first, I hit them up as long as it's posted relatively recently. Like
Yep.
I never hit them with, "Is this available?" Okay,
No.
if
No.
you do that, you're a fucking
Nope.
bot.
I
I'm
will
just,
take this. What's your address?
yeah, yeah. You hit them with that. You hit them. I will take this. What's your address? Or I no. That's too aggressive even for me. I do because you can see their name. You say hi name, comma, I'm interested in this. You don't hit them with the, is it available? I will take this. I like that. And
Yep.
that's probably something of how I say it. I would love to I would love to buy this. I can come today.
Yes.
Uh, you know, that's it, right?
Yep.
Send that. And if they say yes right away, good to go. If they, if they say nothing or they hit you with the, I
Pending.
have other offers or pending. I don't try to, no. I'm not gonna try to backdoor anyone. If it's
I
pending, I'm not
hate
gonna,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I,
I just
out
get
of principle,
pissed.
I don't do that. But if, they say like, okay, here's what you do. You say, if it falls through, obviously let me know. Or if it falls through, I'd be willing to offer a little bit more if you can hold it for me or something like that. Like don't I don't you're not,
The biggest thing is show interest right away. I will take this. And
yeah,
if it's posted on Facebook, you're not the only person that's going to look at it in the minutes you have to buy it. So you
right.
don't, if you already know it's a damn good deal, $100 and you're getting 350 worth of stuff, don't dick around and say, will you take 75?
Yeah,
Because then
that's
when
the
you're
other
saying,
thing.
will you take 75? Somebody else is, I'll give you the full asking price.
Yeah.
Then your message is already
Or if
gone.
it's a good enough deal, actually I've definitely offered more right off the bat too, I
No,
think
I'd never
sometimes.
done that.
Well, you're in the Midwest. It's actually
It's,
different.
I will take this. What's your address? Cool. Here's my address. Then you have to hit them with a, can you mark it as sold? Don't mark
Yes.
it as pending. You need them to mark it as sold. If it's pending or still listed, anybody can message. People are going to backdoor you. I'm not about the backdooring, but people will backdoor you. So once they mark it as sold, it's off Facebook and nobody else can message them.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that's
I've had
definitely the move.
times where I'm driving to deals, freaking out driving to deals, and she goes, "Hey, sorry, somebody else just offered me more.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, it actually just sold." And it's
Yeah,
like, that's
I've
the
had that
worst.
happen.
You
It
pull a
sucks.
U-turn and go home.
Or just they block you, don't even tell
Yeah,
you. That's the
leave the
worst.
group.
Yeah.
I hate leave the groups.
Uh,
Sharon left the group.
but again, always be polite. Chris might not like to offer more, but if 15 extra dollars will secure me the deal in an insanely competitive market for $450 worth of games or whatever, I will do
Yeah.
that all day. And
You
it's
also don't want to.
definitely worked for me here
You
in
don't want
Jersey
them
because
to know they have
I mean,
something.
that too. So you got to be a little tricky with it, but people know they have something when people are offering, because people have said to me, like, I've had tons of messages, but you offered
Yeah.
125. So I'll take your offer. So it definitely has worked for me before, and it's not. I don't think it's scummy if it's listed open for whatever. It's
Yep.
not scummy to offer more. If it's not, that's not backdooring. It's when it's pending or whatever, and you try
Don't
and
be don't be this person. Here's a don't.
yeah.
Don't be GameCube 6 games poster for $30. Hey, I'll take this. What's your address? Sorry, pending. Don't be the person who goes, actually, why are you selling this for 30? You have
Oh my
$400 worth of stuff here.
If you play
don't be that person, but be jealous that somebody beat you to it. But don't be a dick. You don't want somebody to do that.
Don't
to
even
you.
be jealous. Be happy for them that they got a sick deal.
No,
like
be jealous.
okay, you can be
Wanna
a
rip
little
their face
jealous.
off.
No, if you can be a little jealous, especially if it's something super super sick.
It
But
ruins my day.
that's fucked up. It shouldn't let you.
I'm literally I pace around my house pissed.
Your day. You should not let, dude. Life is too short to be letting any type of video game deal ruin your day, unless there's literally, I don't know. Maybe I'm different. Maybe
there's been some where I'm like, holy shit, holy grail, just gone. It's like I can't.
Dude, I've missed a super bowling before.
Oh, it's a grand now.
A super bowling. Dude, is it N64 lot for $150 or something? And I just see like super bowling just like in the face, a shitty Facebook Marketplace picture. I'm like,
let's give dues yard sales though. Like if you're driving and you have the time, stop. Like my buddy, like my biggest rule of thumb, do yard sales, go before they open. People DM me all the time. How do you find this stuff at yard sales? I go to yard sales and I don't find nothing. Yard sales open at 8. I'm driving around at 7:15. As you are setting stuff up in your driveway, I'm the guy who's walking up. Be courteous. Hey, how's it going? Good morning. Lovely weather for a garage sale. And then they normally hit me with I'm not all set up yet. We don't open till 8. Got to unlock the doors and let the storefront open. I'm like, okay, sorry, but by any chance, do you have any? Every single sale you go to, by any chance, do you have any? You start listing shit because you got to hit that receptor in the brain. Do you have any old video games? Nintendo, Sega, N64, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Wii. And half the time they're just sitting there shaking their head at you. But then like, wait, I do have that in the basement. And what I've started doing this year is after they tell me no, I don't have any video games. Cool. How about any old action figures, GI Joes, Turtles, Pokemon cards, baseball cards, things like that. And you can tell, like, you got to make it quick, couple sentences, get your words out of your mouth, but you just got to have them hit that. But then there's spools to that. Yes, I do have it, but I don't know where it's at right now. Would you mind go taking a quick look? Just real quick. Oh, I got to run the sale. Hey, I'll keep an eye on the sale for you. Anybody comes up, I'll let them know you're inside. Oh, yada, yada, yada. You got it. I don't know. It's in the basement. The amount of times I've gone in people's basements.
That is insane to me, bro. That is actually absurd.
Really?
And yes, bro. How do you trust human beings in this day and age to not put you in knots, tie you up, hang you in the basement normally with a buddy hook?
Normally with a buddy.
Okay.
Normally buddy system for the basement. The worst one was we're about to walk in this lady's house and she used to grab a key to unlock the basement door. That was
exactly
sketchy.
Bro. Exactly that kind of shit. She wanted so badly for you to slip and fall down the basement steps, knock your head on it, and she would her little old lady body would drag you over to the closet, put you in there, and
gone forever. Koozy's gone forever.
Exactly, bro. And I would never be able to do another claim sale with you because that is the sketchy shit you guys do in the Midwest.
Yeah, but it's literally like, it's in the basement somewhere. I could help you look for it.
Wow.
And it's like,
if I tried to do that here
entertainment centers looking for stuff,
I would be dead already.
Or even like, oh, we have some stuff, but I don't know if I want to sell it. Cool. Could you bring it out? Can I at least make you an offer? Doesn't hurt to make an offer.
That's fair. I've done that before.
Or my son's got a bunch of games, but he doesn't want to sell them. Is there any games he doesn't play? You have to hit them with because she may think, they may think in their heads, oh, we still play our games, but they've got N64 and 20 games, but they only play 007 and Mario Kart. They want to sell the other 18 because they don't play them. Is there any games that you don't play?
That's a good line. I don't bring that into the rotation now.
I hit you with one the other day that you liked. Somebody was like, what would you offer? And I responded with, what would I was like, what would you like, or what number would work for you? I said,
Yeah, what number would work for you? That's a good one.
because I was getting ready to offer like a bunch more. Because you got to read through them. I figured he knew what he had, but they came with a lower offer. I'm like, what number would work for you?
Yeah, and that's the thing. If someone's being patient with you, I think you have more room to play, you know? If you can tell that the seller is like an honest person. That was like this guy I was trying to do a deal with recently, on offer up of all places. And apparently I offered, this is actually one of the times I offered lower. Like it was listed for
Mhm.
225 and I saw it
But it was
listed
also up for 8 hours. So you
and it
knew
was
you
up
could
for eight
offer
hours.
less.
So I offered less. I was like, fuck it, I'll throw like a little lower offer. Worst you could say is no type thing. But then he accepted my offer, but then ended up saying like I was second in line and like it was kind of like a backup if this guy falls through.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with someone honest like that, the best you can do is kind of just cross your fingers and uh you're gonna get a good deal,
Yeah.
he was definitely gonna honor the 150 price is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. Like, so
You don't know what the other offer could have been less too, but there's just some people in the world where, hey, this person was first.
exactly. And I knew 150 would have
Shout out
worked for
to them.
me. Yeah, it to honestly his price would have still been a great price. Chris, you saw the lot. It would
Yeah.
have been, I mean, really, really good Genesis lot.
But the extra
Uh,
$80 or so would have been profit that you
oh yeah,
offered less.
absolutely, absolutely. So that you just gotta, and that's why read the room is the most important thing on Facebook
Read the
Marketplace.
room.
It's voracious. So if you catch a deal up,
Garage sales are voracious, dude. I go to garage sales
yeah,
45 minutes before they open, and people have already asked.
yeah,
Just the key is consistency. Like I said,
yeah.
go to them. If you're driving by one and you got a minute, stop and ask. My buddy found 2 copies of Chrono Trigger at 2:50 in the
chilling.
afternoon,
Yeah.
and someone had already came through and bought the N64 stuff. But you got to think
Wow.
some resellers may not have as much knowledge as you. They see
Right.
Mario's and Zeldas and they buy them,
Right.
but then they
But they
see
pass
2
on other
random
shit.
Super Nintendo games for $100 each, and like, what the hell? Why are these $100 each? But they don't know
Right.
Chrono Trigger's a $250 game or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So
That's
read the room and how do you feel about this? I see these comments all the time where mainly YouTubers will go to garage sales, bring out a box of games, and they'll be like, either you offer $20 and they accept it, or they say, oh, $20 for the whole game, and you give it to them. People are like, you're a dick. You knew that stuff was worth more. Why didn't you give them more than they asked? Or you're a dick. You knew what the stuff was worth. Why didn't you offer more off the begin with? You should be giving them 60% of value. And it's like, no.
who makes the rules, dude.
One, it's at a yard sale. Yard sale, people having yard sales to clean stuff out. If I hand you a $20 bill for a box of games and they're ecstatic because they got $20 for dusty stuff that's sitting in their basement, great. And I just get a box of games. I feel like the people who make those comments are just jealous.
Oh, 100%. That
like,
comes from jealousy, but who cares? Like, fuck, that's stupid.
Yeah, like, if people are, if the seller's happy and you're happy, we are in a happy circle. Also, side non-video game related, do at a yard sale.
Mm-hmm.
If a kid is having a lemonade stand at a yard sale, buy the lemonade and give them extra money.
100%. I'm glad we both said that.
Lemonade's 50 cents. I'm giving them $3. I'm giving them $5 and saying keep it.
Listen, I believe in karma, dude. What you put out into the world, you receive tenfold, and don't take advantage of it. That just means be a good person. And I promise you, good shit will come back to you. That is a perfect example. Go spend a little bit of money at a lemonade stand, because
the favorite thing to do is buy the lemonade and then ask if they have games, because I feel like I'm in like good with the mom or whatever.
Well, yeah, that's a nice tactic. But what I'm saying, just
my favorite thing to do, every time, I don't care if I had a couple lemonade at the last sale, I'm buying a lemonade, I'm buying a brownie.
Yeah.
The kid's excited. The kid's then counting up his money at the end of the day. It's like, holy shit, $32. The kid's rich.
And that's another good tip. Bring a variety of bills.
Oh, yes.
And I like Venmo too. Everyone in Jersey has Venmo. So like if I were to need to spend more, I could easily spend more. But I like 20s, I like 10s, and I like 5s.
Singles even, like you bring, I love that one.
Jersey, you can do I guess you can do singles too. But yeah, bring it all.
I love that one. I saw somebody on Facebook
hit a fanny pack. If you can rock a fanny pack, I think a fanny pack is a perfect thing.
My city just had their citywide garage sale. My city just had their citywide garage sale, and a guy was bitching on like the Facebook post about it. He goes, someone just came up and tried to buy a $5 item with $100 bill.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah,
And
you
you're not
can't
going to
be
get it.
doing that shit. You can't do that shit. That's wild.
It's
Make
worse
it
when you're like,
here is biggest tip. Biggest tip. If you really want something, make it as easy as possible for the seller to sell you it.
yes.
So that means
Yes.
having exact change if you're at a garage sale. If you really want something, meaning driving to them to get it, even
Yes.
if however long that is. For me, if it's a good deal and I'm going to either add something amazing to my collection or B, make a lot of money on it or make enough money on it, I will drive the distance, whatever
Yes.
that distance is.
Now, okay, my thing is, if it's far, it
You
does
can
not hurt to ask to meet halfway.
sure.
You do not want
Absolutely.
them to drive it to you, especially when you know it's far.
Absolutely.
Can you meet me? I would start off with a, hey, could you meet me? Find a 7-Eleven in between you two.
And I
Could
do
you
that.
meet
I
me
do
here?
that too.
If they say
100%.
no, then you go.
Then you go. I'm with that. I totally agree. But like the main thing is make it as easy as possible for the seller to sell you the item. Don't be a shit. Like I see so much wild shit because we both sell stuff a lot.
Yes.
And if you're making it difficult for someone to sell you something that you want,
Mhm.
the chances of you and especially on a Facebook marketplace or in Facebook marketplace or garage sale type deal, the chance of you getting that item is so much lower.
Don't have them go testing the stuff and sending you videos of it tested.
Exactly.
95% of the time, especially with retro stuff, it's going to work.
I understand if you're a little suspicious of like a game being real. If there's one copy of like Earthbound listed and it's on like some sketchy Facebook profile and you just want to
like
hit them with
130, like a weird price.
Yeah, like a weird price, then maybe hit them with can I see some board pics?
But if somebody's got a Super Nintendo and 20 games posted for $35, don't have them plug it in and start testing and sending you pictures.
Exactly. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. I think just to sum that up, just make it as easy as possible.
Get there early.
Get there early. Have exact change. Ask. Be nice. Drive to the location if it's a Facebook Marketplace deal. I mean, again, I totally like asking to meet halfway. Meet in a public location. Honestly, be safe.
Yeah.
But going to their house, you can. I have met so many nice people through my time of doing this, and like I genuinely believe I'm a more trusting and nicer person because
you looked more sketchy when you had long hair.
Yeah, 100%. But 100%. But I feel like we're conditioned in this world to be afraid, I think a lot of times, but like
hey, bring a buddy with you. Tell your wife, tell your wife, if your wife, your husband, your mom, tell them where you're going. And if I search the word safe in my text message, every time hey Beck, I'm going to a Facebook deal. It's 15 minutes away. She knows where I'm going. 15 minutes away. I grab the stuff. I text her safe, just so she knows I'm safe every single time.
Oh, that's good. I should probably start doing that.
It's a quick, kind of, Katrina would love it.
Yeah. Because I mean, you got to be safe, but I think the message here is trust people. People, your fellow human is not that bad. Make it easy for them to sell you stuff, and you will get good deals.
Happy hunting,
my friends. Perfect. That's a great close to that particular topic. We have one more that we'll talk about quick, or one or two more we'll talk about quickly. But I really enjoyed that topic. That was great.
Yeah.
So that was Retro Gamesky, I think, suggested kind of that one, and we spiraled down many roads. So that was dope. But Resident Evil 4 is getting a remake. Resident Evil 4 classically coming out originally on the GameCube, the PlayStation 2, then the Wii. Then it got ports to, I think, many consoles, but never actually a remake. Resident Evil 2 got the remake treatment. I was gonna say last year, it was probably 2 or 3 years ago now. So people are very excited for this remake. I can't say I listen, I play Resident Evil from time to time. I definitely enjoyed Resident Evil 2 remake. Uh but it's not like my favorite game or anything, and I probably will just dabble in this one. But we'll see. Maybe this will be the one that people love this one. Um anyways, Kuzi, do you have any games you would like to see remade from the
Yes.
Cube, Xbox, and PS2 era?
Never had an Xbox, so can't speak to that. Never even really had a GameCube. The only GameCube game I ever played was, I think, Mario Strikers at the kid's house who lived behind me in over one, and I hung out with him twice, three, not much. So nothing really in the Cube and Xbox, but there's definitely some PS2 games. We need a new Sly game. Sly games are awesome.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yes, we definitely need a new Sly game. I would love a new NFL Street, or NFL the football one, or NFL Street basketball. One of those. I think those would be amazing remaster.
Fuck yeah.
Especially if you got like
Holy shit, that's such a good shout.
online NFL Street. Oh man.
Bro, that is actually the best one yet, because I was like Googling shit and they've all been the shit I want to be remade already kind of has.
Yeah.
But like that's true. NFL Street it
NBA
doesn't
Street.
exist.
And it was fun playing with buddies, but you do like you can even spin it in like a 2K thing where you have like a my player or a my career, but it's got the rules of NBA Street or NFL Street online. Oh my god.
How does that not exist? How does that not exist?
I don't know. We need to talk to somebody.
Oof.
Or like a new NFL Blitz game. Just like the arcade style
football, but good graphics and
online
tight controls. It would be dope. Yeah,
Sly
I'd actually play that. Sly would be dope. I love Sly.
Bring back Simpsons Road Rage.
I feel like they've done HD remakes of Sly though, so that might have already been done.
Give me a new Simpsons Road Rage or Simpsons Hit and Run.
Rage. The new that would be kind of cool. Yes, those are good GameCube games.
ATV Off-Road Fury.
That's been done.
It has.
Yeah, it has to have.
Might have. Maybe some ATV games, but ATV Off-Road Fury I think would be a badass one. I'm just looking at my PS2 collection, but yeah, the main one was that NFL.
I think that's
NBA.
That's it. That's all that needs to be said. I think everything else kind of has been remade.
That made me pick up a controller.
That I want to be remade. You know, I think NFL Street would be fucking legendary in a remake.
How's your
like the same
off topic, but how's your Elden Ring been coming along? Playing any?
No, I haven't been doing any gaming recently. Just busy with life and busy with moving into the new place. I really want to set up. No, I know I'm going to do this. So we got a dope TV. So I'm going to set up a connection like readily available so I can plug my gaming laptop like right into the TV. And that way I can rip games like with the Xbox controller. Like if I want to do that, I'm gonna have the Switch connected and I'm gonna have the analog pocket dock as well. So we'll have like technically like 3 consoles, I guess. The Switch, the pocket, and then I mean with the PC I can play anything technically, like the whole Xbox library, pretty much, not the whole Xbox, but anything on Game Pass. And then I'll be able to emulate anything I want through RetroArch or anything.
And I mean, you have your systems that are either modded or with the EverDrive. So if you got buddies coming over, you guys want to rip GameCube or something like that, or rip Wii, it's not that hard to grab a system from your office and bring it on over.
That's 100%. That's true too. And I have the things to adapt any console to the TV. I have what's it called? I forget. It's like a RetroTink 5X or something. But it's cool. So with the TV unit thing is finally coming on Tuesday. So that's the thing. I've been waiting to set up my systems until the TV unit, the under TV thing. We mounted the TV, it looks sick, but not having anywhere to put shit.
Yeah.
So waiting for that. It's gonna be dope.
One quick real quick, news just came out today, I think actually. There's rumors and talks about a new Banjo-Kazooie remaster coming out.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
So I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but there is some new. I feel pretty strongly that there will be a Banjo announcement at this show, and that is talking about one of the upcoming Xbox shows coming up. So I think that would be awesome. This says real quick that there might even be one with Battletoads, a new Battletoads remake. That could
Actually
be cool.
pretty cool.
There's a new Call of Duty that came out or coming out, Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare 2 remaster. Bro,
How do you
I
think
haven't
that's
watched the
gonna
trailer
be?
yet, but my brother and I have been playing the OG Modern Warfare 2 split screen when we have time. Like
Yes.
real ones will know that it goes down 1v1 on Rust with snipers,
Yes.
and
Split screen. It's gotta be split screen.
it's split screen, and it's just a different level of fun. So we've been playing that recently. I haven't watched the trailer, but that's a remake. That's just epic. That's Xbox 360 era. So that's kind of thing. I feel like we've done a lot of the remakes from the GameCube era already, and that PS2 era there. But NFL Street would just be so fire.
I saw a TikTok the other day, just real quick, funny thing. It was like, now that we've grown up and matured in life, I can finally admit I was screen peeking as a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, man. What do you think? Should we end it there?
I think that was a great episode.
I
Becca
think that
just
was
got
a
home
great
from
episode.
kayak and she's probably ready for some brats and some dinner.
There you go. That was episode 50, guys. We're going to call this season 2 of the Cards and Cartridges podcast. Thank you for all the support so far. Remember to hit that like button, that subscribe button. We're on YouTube now. You can see us fucking 4K. No, it's probably 1080p. It's definitely not 4K. I'm exporting 1080p. But you'll see our beautiful faces. You'll be able to interact with us on a new way. Get up close to the screen. You know what I mean? Guys, have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you.
Peace.